is the top of the hour. Thank you so much for sticking with us here on NewsNation Live. I'm Nichole Berlie in Chicago, and right now, former Secretary of State Hillary Clinton is testifying before members of the House Oversight Committee as part of the probe into deceased sex offender Jeffrey Epstein. Former President Bill Clinton will testify tomorrow. Both Clintons deny knowledge nor involvement in Epstein's long list of crimes, with Hillary saying she doesn't recall even meeting Epstein, who died by suicide in 2019. The closed-door depositions come after months of tense back and forth between the Clintons and the Republican-led House Oversight Committee, with the Clintons wanting to testify publicly. NewsNation's Jessica Kartalija is live for us in Westchester, New York. That's Westchester County, where the Clintons live. So, Jessica, proceedings we know have resumed, but they stopped after a photo from inside was leaked. It was posted online, and that is against the rules agreed to by all sides here.
That's exactly right. Yeah, Benny Johnson is a YouTuber. He posted that photo. He said that he received the photo from Republican Representative Lauren Boebert of Colorado, who allegedly took the picture. She says she took the picture. He did nothing wrong. They did have to stop the deposition for a short time, but it has since resumed. In her opening statements today, Nichole, Hillary Clinton calls Epstein a heinous individual, but she also said, look, this guy is far from alone. She said this institutional failure is designed to protect one political party and one public official rather than to seek truth and justice. She also said the committee should demand that Secretary Rubio and Attorney General Pam Bondi also be deposed because, in her words, they're abandoning survivors and playing into the hands of traffickers. She also talked about her track record defending women throughout her career, and she called this entire process a waste of time. This is all part of the congressional investigation. As witnesses, the Clintons will testify under oath, and they will respond to questions from committee lawyers as well as investigators. The former president is named in the Epstein files as having taken trips on Jeffrey Epstein's private plane. The former president, though, has not been linked to any of Epstein's illegal activity. And a spokesperson for the Clintons says that all of these trips were related to work with the Clinton Foundation. Hillary Clinton has said that she doesn't remember ever meeting Jeffrey Epstein. She does say she only met Ghislaine Maxwell a few times. However, we do know that she attended Chelsea Clinton's wedding back in 2010. Now, their agreement to testify follows months of tense back and forth exchanges between the Clintons and Representative James Comer. He is the Republican chair of the House Oversight Committee. Both depositions were requested for last October. The Clintons said no. They were rescheduled for December, then January. Both Clintons failed to appear in January. They said the subpoenas were legally invalid. They also accused Comer of targeting them in what they call a campaign of political retribution with President Trump. Now, Nichole, there are some 47 members of the committee. They are not all here today, but we are told that they are allowed to ask questions of the former Secretary of State. And if they are not here, they can do so virtually. But again, we're all the way up in Chappaqua, so many of them, it would have been very difficult for them to get up here.
Yeah, we see all that snow behind you as well there, Jessica. So when will the public get to see the recordings of the Clintons' depositions?
So we're expecting to see an unedited version of everything that they are saying behind closed doors here. We heard Monday, we're hearing sometime next week. Then they said they need to go through an editing process, which we found odd because this is supposed to be unedited. The Clintons, as you mentioned, wanted this questioning to be a public hearing. Secretary Clinton addressing Committee Chair Comer on X saying, you love to talk about transparency. There's nothing more transparent than a public hearing, cameras on. However, the committee said that other hearings regarding Epstein have been behind closed doors, but those recordings have also been made public. And then Comer went on to accuse the Clintons of trying to, in his words, muddy the waters. But we're expected to hear from committee members throughout the day. We were told that they were going to come out every hour to kind of brief us on what was going on. However, we have not heard from them since the very beginning of all of this when Comer spoke briefly.
All right, Jessica Kartalija, live for us there in Chappaqua, New York. Jessica, thank you.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.